We're live. Okay, now I just want to check if we're live in our Facebook group. But hello, meet your soulmakers. So good to be here with you. I'm just going to double check that we are live in our group. Uno momento. Hold on. Can I see me? Yes, I can see me. Okay, great. That's all I needed to know. So I'll get rid of that. Enable comments. Beautiful. So if anyone's here watching us live, please feel free to say hello. And if you have any questions for us, by all means, chuck them in the comments. First of all, I just want to introduce you to these four amazing ladies, Becca, Kate, Sunbeam, Emma. I love how you shared your name, Sunbeam, in a child name, and Karina. Hello, darlings.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for coming on. It's so brave. Shawneen is here watching. So you guys are just coming to the end of the Daring and Mighty Love Mastermind. And it's been a pretty epic journey, hasn't it? Because we had to take a break over the summer and I had coronavirus. And yeah, it's been quite a long journey, hasn't it? When did we actually start? It was the beginning of July.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we've had to take breaks. So we've got July, August, September, October. Oh, well, yeah, like 4.5 months, I suppose, in the end, won't it be? But in that small amount of time, there's been some epic stuff go down in our group. Would you guys like to share and just chime in as and when? I'm very aware that Kate has to get to the West End and Emma has to get to the airport. So it's very exciting. Why did you want to join? Like, what did you think? That's probably a better question. What did you think you were going to get out of a program like Daring and Mighty Love? Anyone?
I don't know.
Go back. Go.
Okay. Well, I did the week course, which I think everyone's on now. And I thought, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good, actually. Thanks, I'm good. And then when your emails popped in about Daring and Mighty, it triggered me in some way. It was quite strange. It was like, I was a bit like, why do I keep thinking about that? Why is it bothering me that I need to make a decision about it? And then I asked to have a Zoom with Katie. And then as soon as I had the Zoom with Katie, I actually burst into tears. So I was like, oh yeah, I definitely need to do the course. So that's how it happened for me. And then it was a natural progression really, because I thought I went into it a bit blind, but knowing I needed to do some more inner work. And then when the modules came out and you were looking at your feminine energy, and I suddenly thought, oh, this absolutely is what I need to do. But I actually don't think I was aware of needing to go deeper. So I'm really glad that I did it, because otherwise I could have just stayed slightly surface level.
Interesting. Okay, Kate, what were you going to say?
I think surface level is such a great phrase. I got an awful lot out of the 5-day course. I was blown away by it. It made such a seismic change to my life already, but I really felt like I'd only scraped the surface, and I really wanted to go deeper. And I had been looking for something to do, literally twiddling my thumbs. I mean, obviously lockdown didn't help, but you know what I mean? I was kept on thinking I need to do something educationally. And then I realized the great big elephant in the room was it was me that needed work after a very peculiar situation with my husband that had happened. So I felt like the 5-day challenge was so transformational and opened up so many questions for me. It really was a no-brainer. I think I'd already decided at the end of that course. I just had to psychologically get my head around how I was going to pay for it and how it was going to work. But yeah, that was me.
It's interesting. I've just realized I met all of you on the 5-day challenge.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, all of you.
And not Sonia. So Sonia wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And interestingly, so Sonia, who's in this group, because not everyone could make this call right now, but Sonia, who's in this group, she's in Florida. But she actually did Daring and Mighty Love, the mastermind, a couple years ago.
Yeah. She said to come back again. Yeah.
Come back to do it again. But interestingly, the first time she did it, she met a guy. And then this time it was to take that relationship, or to see like, is this really fun or not? And it has turned out that it is. So it was almost like she called in the guy the last time she did the masterminds, and then this time was to step into like how to have an empowered relationship. Like that's actually being her journey. It's quite interesting to have someone come back. I don't know who that is that just said hello. Who was that? Emma, Sunbeam, darling. Why? What did you think you were going to get from this? Because I'm purposefully asking it like that, because it's like what you think you're going to get from the program, and then what did you actually get?
Yeah, because I did the 5-day challenge and I didn't dig as deeply as I should have done, I think, looking back. And then I remember the Zoom call with you, and it just was like light bulb moment, because I've had so many failed, ridiculously bad dates, picked the wrong man a lot of times. And I recognized I had this pattern, this and doing the you know, where you pick the circles.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how contracted I was. And that was a real sort of aha. And I remember our call and you saying that you would like to work with me as well and bring me into the group. I was like, oh, good. And I was really excited about it. But I thought, oh, yeah, this is going to bring in, I'm going to have this blue sky moment, and this man's going to come in. But it wasn't like that. It was more about learning to love myself. And that's been the biggest thing for me. I just, looking back, I mean, it took me a while to get into the modules, and my head was a little bit all over the place, but I just can't believe how much has changed, shifted, the feminine, and just, it's that awareness, and it's like dig deep and dig a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper, and you just get to know yourself so well. And I really literally know now when I'm coming from my head, from the masculine, or the heart from the feminine, and it's helped me so much.
How has that, so we had an interesting call last, that's Sunbeam. She's printed and framed a picture of her inner child. I love that oh my God, I love that you've done that. But what's the impact of that been for you, Emma? Like, because when you say, oh, you now understand the difference of existing in your head and then now existing from your heart and more present in your body, like and so what? Like, what does that mean?
The biggest thing for me when it comes to relationships, or those, I don't know, that interaction with men per se, but it also is in other parts of my personal life, is I'm not chasing after and wanting and grabbing, which I know that was a habit that I had in the past. I'm just allowing and receiving, and just more chill. It's just that natural feeling of like I say, not chasing and not grab. I think I scared a lot of men away, to be honest, in the past. And the shift is just that's a beautiful thing, though, when you start to feel so relaxed about it, and that's when it feels like the things are coming to you, and it feels more natural, and sleeping better at night, not as anxious. And these are the things that it's more that loving yourself and recognizing that you're okay, but you can just grow so much and learn so much about you. And it's been amazing being with the other women in the group and seeing the progress. And gosh, I'm going to miss our daily interactions. And I love the group. It took me a while to get into the group, but now you get into that feel. And the video lives, that was something, Katie, that you suggested to me, because I wasn't that good at doing all the typing. That was huge, and I can't get enough. There was a 3-day one, I think. I did 3 one day, didn't I?
Yeah, Emma's been doing lives in the group like nearly every day, and sometimes 3 days, 3 in a day.
But it's being able to speak about your feelings and just let it,
yeah, and to be witnessed is really powerful, isn't it? With love and with unconditional, non-judgmental eyes, Yeah, it's been beautiful to witness you, actually, darling. It really has. Karina, hello. So what did you think you were going to get out of this program? Like, why did you join up?
So I did the 5-day challenge. Well, that's what everyone knows. And I've done some work before, so I felt that. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some inner work before, so I had this feeling of what else can I actually uncover. But when I did the 5-day challenge, then I think I just put my all into it, and I really felt something light up within me that I just needed to look into more. So I was I sort of knew that I wanted to go further by the end of that challenge. And then our breakthrough call was really good for me. And I think I just noticed patterns as well in how I am generally, as well as in relationships, and just really wanted to break through that. And I think I've been quite emotional in this group, but I felt very privileged to have such a supportive community, and just knowing that everybody is there, just listening non-judgmentally, and I can express myself. But I know that there's still more to uncover, and I think that's what I'm learning, and just learning to embrace that uncovering things and going through ups and downs are normal, and healing, and that's what I'm trying to get my head around at the moment. But this has been really different to what I've done before in terms of uncovering more. I think you can never do too much inner work, and if you feel that I've done some before, so I'm okay, I don't think that's the case at all, because you always need to uncover a lot more.
And it's not about trying to find something that's not there, right? It's like we're not digging and poking and prodding at places to try and create something to work with. In fact, sometimes I hope you will agree with me that sometimes I'll be like, let's just not dig there. Like, we don't need to create something. Let's just work with what is and move you forward. So sometimes we've got to go backwards, but let's get, like, this is transformational coaching is about moving you forward as well, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So, well, what did you feel like? Becca, should we just keep going around in a circle? Becca, do you want to add to anything that's been said, or what did you receive? Did it exceed, did it meet expectations?
Yeah, it was funny actually, because I was listening this morning to Holly Willoughby talking about her book Reflections, because she was talking about the fact that we have like society sort of expects our life to go a certain way. As a woman, often it happens to be, find the guy, have the kids, also have a career on the side if you want. And I think in my case, I have the career, but I don't have the guy or the kids, and I'm in my 40s. And I think that there comes to a point where you sort of think, have I missed something here? Have I done something wrong? Did I not open myself up at the right time? And I think when this course has made me realize that I'm absolutely on my right path. I'm absolutely on the right journey. And it's made me embrace myself and have confidence in myself for who I am. And then I've noticed how by doing that and just falling, as Emma said, falling in love with yourself, you start then attracting people to you that are actually the right people for you on your path. So even when someone says something that maybe potentially would have hurt me before, it will make me chuckle now. So I'm still sensitive, and I'm using my feminine energy that way, but I'm not sensitive in the sense that I would think that with people having a go at me or pointing out a negativity in me, if that makes sense. So I think that I have learned to let go and surrender to a lot, actually, and let things come. And I've noticed that as soon as you do that, things do come along that you're just when you least expect it. So that's one of the biggest things I've learned from the course, actually. And I think, unfortunately, you do need to do the inner work and a course like this to find that. I don't think that it just happens. If it does, then that's really lucky. But I think actually, and you do feel, I don't know, I feel really happy that I've done it. I feel well done me. There's a slight sort of, yeah, you did that for you actually. And that's really nice. Yeah. So you feel good. And you want to tell everyone what, and people have said to me, oh, you look different. You look sparky, you look happy. And I think it just genuinely does change your energy. And I think that's when you start seeing other things that you really wanted to come in. So that would speak, I would see the round of it all, which is why I'm so grateful to have found it and glad to have done it.
Yeah. Oh, and it's been a pleasure to have you, witnessing you and just watching your empowered feminine really step forward and really claiming and owning yourself, like just socially, at work, with your family.
Yeah.
There's been life's thrown you some stuff to deal with as well. That's what's really interesting about this work. It's like when you say yes to yourself, life goes, oh, right, let's give her this to deal with. And then it's like the perfect next healing thing. What were you going to say?
Well, everyone's had that, haven't they? It's weird that you say you're going to do this course and then all of a sudden things just come up to test you. Like, and, I went on the original course, the 5-day challenge, because my love life wasn't going anywhere. And I just thought I should do something about this. And then it was just really, really obvious that I was I wasn't speaking up. I wasn't speaking my truth. I was too shy. I was waiting for someone to come and find me, or I was just going with the flow. Whereas now I've taken control of that. And I don't think I would have learned that any other way. I don't think you can just read a book to tell you that. And I don't think that your friends can sort of say that to you, and you don't learn that by online dating. So I think that is a big thing that I've taken from it as well.
Yeah. Well, we're working completely bespokely with you, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't get that in a 5-day challenge or reading a book. It's like bespoke. Life has handed you this, like, shit, how do I deal with that? And then how do we apply?
A couple of friends have said to me, oh, tell me about the course. I said, what modules do you do? Right. And it's really funny because I went, the thing is, it's unique to you. So like everyone on this course and on this call now, we've all had such different journeys, but all, gorgeous, beautiful journeys, but they're not the same. They're so individual. So you can't, it's like, I think you have to say to people, go and do it. Because I can't sit down and go, right, tell me about your feminine. Are you, you can't talk to your friends that way, can you? You've actually just got to do, you've got to sit down with the modules and the questions come up when you're in the call. And actually interesting on the calls every week, other people's questions actually often resonate with your situation too, which is really interesting. Right. Which is why it's so nice to do it as a group.
It's so interesting that you say that, because when I tell people about the program and I talk about the online element and I name the it's like giving and receiving, the desire, pleasure and fun, activating the feminine, like when I sort of name the modules, it's like there's no gravitas. It doesn't
make sense until you're on the journey, basically.
Yeah that's one of my biggest blocks with marketing this program, actually. How do you speak to someone's individual experience and journey and transformation? Like, it's really so personal to everybody. Yeah. Kate, I muted you because we had some weird feedback coming from somewhere.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. I think and again, Rebecca's nailed it for me. Becca's nailed it for me. Owning it. I think this course has given me the power, the empowerment to own my stuff, be that all the good bits about me, the bits that I want to improve on, the bits that I'm not happy about, the bits that I'm terrified of, the future. But by breaking it down into those modules, and I know what you mean about it's so hard to market that and explain it to people. But it's made me an impact, like you said, an empowered woman is somebody who does the research and works it out, because then you've got it. And on all of those modules, I had to do that, and it's helped me enormously. And it's so empowering to do that. It's the most confidence building method, and confidence as well in my own convictions, in my values. I've never been able to understand the word values. I've done it on business courses and all this, and I just, it's like talking to a cloud. I had no idea. But the brilliant part, another brilliant part of this course is the questions you ask, Katie, make us dig deep and sit and think about it. And it's that makes you build your blocks of confidence to say, yes, that's how I feel. Yeah, no, I am right in thinking that. And yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. And that's very important for me. So as I've moved through this course, it's given me the confidence to say yes to a load of things, but oh my God, so importantly, it's given me the power to say and no. And that's an act of self-care. And that's my reaction to it. As long as everything's done with love, I don't have to worry about your reaction. My reaction to this is no, thank you, but no, on so many levels to so many different things, which also inspires confidence. And I don't need to fight about it. I don't need to even discuss it with anybody. I know deep down in my soul that this is right or wrong or whatever it may be. So it's so much more than just those modules, isn't it? It's all of the questions, everything that it leads to. And I don't think we could do this one-on-one with Katie, could we? I think it has to be in a group, because it's multifold then, if I've invented another word. It multiplies. Do you know what I mean?
What was the word that you just said? What was that word?
Multifold. I'm going to market that.
Trademark it, multifold.
It's got a multifold contraption.
While you were talking, Kate, it occurred to me that you're a single mum with 2 kids.
Yeah.
So how did you handle the time management of the workload? And by the way, you're a single mum with 2 kids, but all of you have big jobs.
Oh.
Everybody in this group actually has big jobs, big time commitment jobs. Like, how do you find the time to do the module work?
I think I found it harder in the 5-day challenge, actually, because that was an intensive week and I had no idea how it was going to happen. Once I've got my head around, I mean, everybody on this group has got their head around now the Facebook side of things, and I've got the confidence to post and work through that. When the program came through for Daring and Mighty, and my God, do those words resonate, Daring and Mighty. I got my book, and I knew this was going to be all about writing and journaling. And I loved the longevity of the course. So the fact that it was, 3.5, 4 months of time, the reason another reason it attracted to me was that it was going to run alongside my life. So as and when things cropped up, we all touched regularly, touch base about everything. And I loved that. So I knew once, it did panic me at first with the weekly homework, but once I'd got my head around it, you just have to block. I mean, I don't know if anybody did A-time. I remember A-time being a thing in the office where you have to block it out of your diary. But I think it's a very quick solution, because as soon as you start getting all of the benefits of doing it, like you do that first week's homework and you go, I want to be doing that. I don't want to go, I'm making up to the pub tonight, or I want to make time in my life for this because it's going to have such a profound effect. But yeah, it's a big program. It's like it's doing a degree in me. I thought I'm doing a degree in me.
You said so much there that gave me chills. Yeah, really good. Thank you so much. Yeah, you've had quite the journey. Just to say, like, we don't have to go there now, and I know you have to get to the West End, darling.
Oh, it's such a pain.
Somewhere to be. And like, I just have to reflect back to you when I met you on the 5-day challenge. And I mean, could you just share what was your biggest, most outstanding block on the 5-day challenge? Just choose one, the biggest.
Okay. I didn't.
Where I am.
Yeah, I have a peculiar situation with my husband, or ex. I still can't find a word for him. He has a brain injury and lives in an extra care facility, and that happened 7 years ago. So I came on the 5-day challenge not really because I thought I could ever get a soulmate, because I thought I already had that and life wasn't ever going to give me another one. So who was I to dare to think that would be possible? So I kept blocking the soulmate side of things until I worked out that once you start writing about what you want to draw in, you realize that's you. If somebody will come in, that's fabulous. But actually it's you you're working on, not this figure, this man that's going to drop down or woman that's going to drop down. It's all about you. And until this is right, you're not going to attract the right one in necessarily. So yeah, that was my biggest block. How did I dare to think that I could ever have it twice?
Yeah, it was just impossible, wasn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
Oh,
and the self-depreciating thoughts. Oh, I've just gone through the book. Like I said, I'm on page 4 of writing up notes now about my notes. And it's staggering what you think. So yeah, but just noticing it, just a clue to go, oh, I'm thinking that. Oh, there she goes again. It just knocks it out of the water every time. It's incredible.
Yeah. But to witness you go from it's totally not possible. How could I even fathom bringing another man in when I'm still married? I have a husband. Like he's still alive. He's still there.
No one's going to take that on. No one's ever going to. Well, I don't even know how to take it on. So how are they going to take it on? Yeah.
To where you are now and dating.
Right. I went on a date on Wednesday. I went on another date on Wednesday.
Awesome. I want to hear about that one.
Well, everything's so positive. I hated dating online before. Two short attempts, awful. Because I was in the wrong place and I completely didn't believe that I could do it. And this time I'm totally different. It's been nothing but a pleasurable experience, which is, well, almost. But incredibly positive. So yeah, it's incredible. Yeah,
I've got my dog here, like pouring at me. What things? Emma. I don't know. What are we talking about now? Where are we up to? Is there anything that's come up for you while we've been chatting that you want to share?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things I've been writing away, actually. For me, when I realized actually there's a real simplicity, there's a dig deeper element, but there's also a simplicity. And I always remember you say you can just be as well. So there are times where you can just step, you don't have to just forge through the work. You need to take that reflection. And looking back, the reflection on the weekly reflection on a Sunday, the gratitude. I've continued to do my little book of gratitude, and I actually look back at that, and the difference in what I've been grateful for and how the words I used. It just these little shifts. It doesn't have to be this huge, big thing. It's the little tiny shifts that I think have been the most significant for me. And then the big one for me, as the ladies on the group all know, is my health that came up in one of our calls, in one of the mastermind calls, and something that I'd been pushing down and not wanting to I couldn't even say the word menopause at HRT without, I remember the call vividly, and just those things and that braveness and then the support of the group and that journey, it's given me strength. And that's something coming into it, I would never have even, but it was the support of the group, the conversations, like it was Becca that said, the questions that come up and things start resonating. But there's a lot of self-reflection.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because what happens for most women on this course is, like we were beginning to say before, is something quite significant will come up, and it will be seemingly so unrelated to why you're here on this program and to calling in a guy, and yet it's your vehicle to taking you to whatever the piece or pieces are that you need to heal. So your health ended up being the vehicle to you opening up emotionally. Hold on, the dog is now like ripping everything up. 1 second. For you, darling. No.
That's what I had for my flight, by the way.
Oh yeah, are you going to read that on the plane? Don't you want to read something light, like a romance novel?
No, I'm in the zone.
Oh, take a pen and loads of paper. Trust me, you can't get through the first chapter without reams of paper.
But yeah, your health ended up being, talk about, you wanted to open up vulnerably, you wanted to connect with your emotions, you wanted to connect with your feminine, which is the body, all that you desired to connect with, and the healing that you wanted. And apparently we didn't know that it was going to be this. That's why it's all become so bespoke. It was your journey with your body and your health. And it's, gosh, that's been a tender experience for you, hasn't it? And scary too.
So scary, but it's, I incredible. And again, the support from the group has been I don't think I could have done it I probably wouldn't have even made that first doctor's appointment. And now I'm on the road for looking into HRT, and it's not scary anymore. It's that next chapter, or I forget the wordings, but I mean, yeah, there was times with my brain fog, I couldn't even think straight. And again, the support of the group, I think I underestimated that coming in. And to begin with, I know I held back, but when you embrace it, that's when you get the value.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, totally. I was speaking to a woman today who's just joined my next Daring and Mighty Love, and she was exploring whether she'd prefer to do private coaching with me. And I actually had to say, hand on heart, for something like this, you will get much greater value out of doing this group program, because it's still very, very intimate. You still get the do you guys all feel like you've completely one-to-one seen and heard by me? It's not
absolutely
not lost in a group, right?
No, not at all. No.
Yeah.
And that's what's unique about it, though, because you have that combination, and then you have your, what do you call it, where you have the one-to-one and you do the really digging in deep, and then you have the other different masterclasses and things. There's so many elements to it.
Yes.
Boomer.
Boomer is booming. Kate, I'm aware of the time. If you have to jump, I mean, stay as long as you like, but if you have to just disappear, then
okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably going to go in about 6 or 7 minutes, but yeah, I'm really sorry because I'd love to stay longer.
I know. I'm probably going to have to go. I've got quite a lot to still do, and I've got a taxi pickup at 2. So
that's okay. It's okay. Karina, is there anything that's come up for you listening to the girls? Oh, let me unmute you. Hold on 1 second. How do I do that? One sec. There we go.
Yeah, I think because I think for me it was, I'm very quiet, and I think it's been helpful being in a group to come out of my comfort zone a bit more, and I think that's quite necessary, particularly with expression, which I'm still working on, and I think it has been good also hearing the reflections from everyone else, because they do often resonate, even if it's within something a little bit different, but the feedback really helps as well. And yeah, I think some things that came up for me, I didn't expect. I think I always knew there was this inner child challenge, but I didn't really face it much before. And I think that's been a big element of my work, which is still in progress. And yeah, I think it's quite hard because I still can see lots of areas that I need to work on. I feel I've just begun almost, and yeah.
I always feel like I've just begun. I think that's the journey of getting to know yourself, and as you every level you evolve, it feels like, oh, I'm just beginning again. Oh, I'm just beginning again. I know you sort of, yeah. It has that sense. In the same way we were just saying to Emma that her health was such a vehicle to her healing. I feel like for you, and it is a definite ongoing piece, your work is like that's the area where life is like pain pointing you and inviting you into like living into your values and your truth and speaking your truth. I'll never forget when you got the personal assistant and you had to learn how to like lead her and brief her to support you. Yeah. What would you say to the value of the program? Because I think that's a piece for everyone, right? It's an investment financially as well as time. So
yeah, I think it's really hard to value because as we've been saying, it's so bespoke, and I think some of the things that you get from it you didn't even expect. And yeah, it's being committed to yourself, and just knowing that these are tools for life, and just really vital for just making those changes and developing. I've found so much value in it, and reflecting back, because I'm on that stage of reflecting back, it's just been an eye-opener to see all of the things that I've been journaling about and what's changed. And yeah, it's just it's quite huge, really. It makes it sound as if there's so much work that's been done, but it is this alongside your life, and I think it just shows how much you can get from just focusing a little bit on something that you want to uncover more of. I think that's where I find the value, is just realising things have come up without realising in a way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Yeah, it really does. Thank you. Yeah. Does anybody else want to share about the investment? Because that's a big piece that a lot of people are getting. I mean, for all of you, surely for all of you, just you kind of thought, yeah, that's a lot.
It's important. It's the importance of yourself, isn't it? I mean, I really get it, that if you don't love yourself and you're not willing to invest in yourself, I can't see how relationships would work. And
it's like a choice of, how do I want to go? I've got a finite amount of years on this earth. Do I want to live it to the best of my ability or not? Basically, it's like a sort of mediocre price of a holiday, isn't it? I mean, certainly with a family, it's far, far cheaper than a holiday with a family for 2 weeks anywhere. And I reconciled it with, like this, for me, I'd been furloughed. I was very, very, very fortunate to be furloughed and be given that money each month. And it was like 4 pay packets for me. So I just mentally put it off. But it's transformed my life, and I don't even think about it now. At the beginning, I was a bit like, whoa, wow. But also, doesn't that focus you? Because you're not going to spend that money and then drab it away and not do any of the work. You want to take every inch out of this. And I think we do, Katie, don't we?
Yeah. You'll never, ever, ever forget it. Also, I mean, you could spend, it was some of my bonus I used.
Yeah.
And I mean, normally I'd have probably bought a few handbags or something like that, and material stuff. But this I'll never, ever, ever forget. And it's that
you'll never lose it. That money will have gone.
To learn.
You'll use this for the rest of your life.
Something I wanted to say about Katie that I really loved, and I didn't expect, in all honesty, Katie, was how honest and open you were with your own emotions, your own journey, your lives, and that really helped me open up as well, because you didn't put yourself on this pedestal of, sort of the towel. It's all embracing, and I love the fact that it was that raw sharing, but it wasn't just within us, our little group. Katie, you did the same, and above and beyond. That was huge for me. Absolutely huge.
Hear. I've got a dash, but can I just add to that? This is something that I've wanted to say for ages, which is just, I know, having written and we've all done it. We all work. We all know how to put this. It's one small point, but hugely your professionalism, Katie. We know what goes on in the group stays in the group. It won't go anywhere else. The thing that always blows me away is there's never the amount of correspondence we have with you, be it on Facebook or on emails, or whatever. There's never a spelling mistake, and it's always grammatically correct. I know it's really anal, but I trust you. That's one way that I know you are a complete professional. Because if I remember once, I sent off a leaflet for suction, like losing weight, and there were 4 spelling mistakes in the article, and I thought, you're not going anywhere near my bottom if you can't even spell. But But honestly, the professionalism of this course, there's nothing airy fairy about it. There's nothing, oh well, if you want to think like that, there is a process to go through, and it's a personal development course, and it's completely positive and empowering, and it's a gift, but it's so professionally done. I'm in awe of it. And
I agree.
I'm going to fly now. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
I'm going to too.
Okay.
See you soon. Have a wonderful trip, Emma.
Okay.
Take the sunscreen. Love you all. See you next Thursday.
Thank you, Kate.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
I'm going to leave the studio.
Okay.
I'm going to leave too. Take care. Bye.
Like 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll wrap up actually. You guys have been amazing, and now our faces are all squished. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Look, we can wrap up unless there's anything that's come to mind that you wanted to say before we do.
No, just I think it's been an enlightening course, and I would urge anyone to do it, whatever your situation, wherever you are in life. I think it will enhance your life, and and I'm saying that just because of the experience I've had, just genuinely. So thank you, Katie.
Oh my gosh, it's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. I love you guys like my sisters. It's just, very special. Karina, anything you want to say?
Really similar to what everyone else has shared. It's totally an enlightening course, and also I also agree with Kate and your professionalism and openness with us all as well has been really helpful. And there's also no sort of need for anyone to have a specific belief in something as well. I think that comes across a lot. It's just free expression and just awareness. So it's not that you have to believe a certain way to actually manage each bit of the course. I think we all have our own individual personalities, and it's all really worked well.
Agree.
Yeah.
We're all individuals. Oh, thank you, darlings. Thank you so much for giving up your precious time. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you. And there's a few people joined that were saying hello, but it only comes up as Facebook user, so I don't know who that is, but whoever that was, thank you for joining. And you guys know we're going to go live at 8 o'clock tonight for our final call, which I'm very excited for. And if you want to jump on a call with me, if you want to have a chat about whether this program is right for you, just book a call with me and we'll check it out. No pressure. All right, darlings. Thank you. Love you so much. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, darling.